Welcome to another edition of Halftime Heroes. I don't have Nathan Dunham with me. He's closing a car deal. But after last year, we lost a lot of players to graduation. We also lost a lot of coaches. And I just want to take this opportunity to introduce you to all the new staff we've got here. And who do we have here now?
You have Tim Corbett.
And Tim, where are you from?
I'm originally from Jefferson, Georgia.
And, oh, so you're the team that's habitually beat us over the years, huh?
If you want to say that.
Is that where you are from?
That's
Is that
where I
you
was
coached?
originally from, and I coached there for about 16 years.
Okay, and what are you coaching here at Rabun County
Here
now?
at Rabun County, outside linebackers.
Okay. Well, Coach, we're glad to have you here, and we hope you'll just make this a home and,
Yes, sir.
and stay here
it's
with
a great
us.
place. I've enjoyed my time so far.
Well, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Now, Coach, what's your name?
Eric Richardson.
Now, Eric, where are you from?
I just came from Clinch County, which is down in Homerville, Georgia.
I know there.
Yeah.
Judge Blitz was from down in there.
Correct. Many years.
So where are you from originally?
Originally, I grew up on the West Coast in Mesa, Arizona, but I've been on the
goodness.
East Coast since my whole career. So,
Now, what do you coach?
defensive line.
Now, you don't have any kids that are good players or anything like that, do
I
you?
wish I did. I wish I could bring one with me, but I don't. No.
Well, what do you think of Rabun County so far?
Oh, I've really enjoyed it ever since I got here in April. Everything's been great, and it's been a big change. You know, living situation, being 6 hours away, but it's been great ever since I've been here.
Well, we're glad to have you on.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Now, Coach, introduce yourself.
I'm Jim Pavo,
Now, where are you from?
originally Providence, Rhode Island.
You know, there's a town in southwest Georgia named Pavo, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
I take it's not named after
No,
you.
not named after me, no.
Now, what do you coach?
I'm a special teams coordinator, coach the inside linebackers.
Okay. Where was it you came from?
I was at Coffee High School the last 4 years. I've been in Georgia coaching high school this will be my 22nd year, and then before that, I coached college football for 20 years, so this will be my 42nd year coaching football.
Coffee County, the home of Pulpwood Smith
Yeah,
and Moon Pie Wilson.
yeah, and Tyreek Hill, and
Yeah. Coach Winslet used to be down there.
right he was before my time.
Oh, yeah. Have you moved up here? And
Oh yeah, we bought a house. My wife and I bought a house over in Clarksville.
Okay.
And so we're really enjoying being up here. We've been here since March.
how did you know Coach Davis?
Didn't. He
Just like the resume, huh?
he just his brother-in-law. I know his brother-in-law Hal, and Hal called me up and told me that Coach Davis was probably going to be getting the head coaching job. Would I be interested? And we were looking at moving back up into North Georgia because I've been at Gainesville and I was
Above the gnat line, too.
Yeah, and it's a lot less bugs and a little cooler. you
Yeah.
know, so
Well, glad to have you aboard.
great to be here.
Appreciate it. Now, you're not a newcomer, right?
No, sir.
How long have you been here?
This will be my 4th year.
Tell them what your name is.
I'm Clay Worley.
And Clay, where is it you're from?
Well, unfortunately, I'm from Blairsville.
Hey, you got to be proud of the hometown.
I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be here, but yes, that is where I'm from. Boys like to give me a hard time about it, but
Did
I'm
you
right
play
now.
at Union County?
I did. Yes, sir.
Did you play for Coach Allison?
I did.
Okay. I played against Coach Allison.
Okay.
So what do you coach?
I coach running backs.
All right. So you make Lang Wyndham run fast, huh?
I try to make him run fast and remember where to go.
Now, have you got any kids in the system?
I do. My wife and I, we have 2 daughters, a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old, and then my wife's actually the nurse at the high school.
Okay. Awesome. Well, appreciate your time you've been here and for staying here.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
you.
a lot. Now, Coach, this is your first year here?
Yes, sir.
I met you at the car wash, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah.
so tell me where you're from.
I'm from College Park, Union City, Georgia, but I've coached in Northwest Georgia most of my life. Me and Coach Davis, he was the offensive coordinator at Calhoun, and I was a defensive coordinator, and so we shared an office for a lot of years.
So how many state championship rings do you have?
I have one. I'm 1 for 9. So, but I've been fortunate enough being a good bit of times.
It only takes one.
But I just got one.
Tell them what your name is
My name is Ricky Ross.
and what do you coach?
I'm defensive coordinators, and then I coach the safeties.
All right. Well, did you bring any kids with you?
I do. I have a son. His name's Hayden. He's a junior, and then my wife. She teaches in the high school as well.
Does your son play ball?
He does. He's number 5. He plays outside linebacker, and he long snaps and helps a little bit at receiver, I guess. But we're very, very fortunate to be here and enjoying it.
Plan on staying a while?
Absolutely.
Well,
Got a
awesome.
house in town, so it's been good.
You found one?
Oh yes, we were very. It never went on the market. It never went on the market, so that's the only way we got it.
Well, we appreciate you, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you.
Now, you're new to Rabun County, aren't you?
Not that new. I've been here a while.
So I actually played football with your daddy.
Yep.
He was a good quarterback.
Yep.
And then you were a pretty good quarterback.
I played quarterback. Yep.
What do you coach now?
I'm the pass game coordinator and receivers.
Okay. We were talking about the quarterback we've got now. He's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, Keegan Stover is a really good quarterback. He had moved in from West Forsyth. Big old kid, about 6'4", 225. So I don't know if there's many quarterbacks in the state of Georgia as big as Keegan is, but he's a good player.
Well, and Rabun County fans are spoiled because starting with you, we had 3 years of you, we had 3.5 years of Bagley, and then 4 years of Gunner.
Yeah.
So we're kind of spoiled, aren't we?
Yeah, we've had a good run of quarterbacks in the past several years. And Keegan's just another one of those guys that I think falls in line. I don't know if he necessarily is as much of a dual threat as the guys in the past, but I think he surprises a lot of people. You know, I think he runs good enough, and he's so big that him falling forward, you know, he's got to get at least 3 or 4 yards.
And now your wife, she's somewhat associated with the program, isn't she?
So my wife teaches in the 3rd grade.
And who is she now?
Anna Kate
But what was her maiden name?
Shaw.
Yeah, she's Coach Shaw,
Yeah.
Coach Lee Shaw's daughter.
Yep.
The one Lee, her granddaddy Lee Dixon used to always say
Yeah.
she was the most athletic of the bunch.
That's what her brothers and her family do say, that she is the most athletic. She's definitely more athletic than I am. She played tennis at Georgia Southwestern, and she ran cross country there too. So she was a 2-sport athlete in college, and I was a 1. She hangs that over my head all the time.
Well, we're looking forward to your kids playing one day.
Yep.
We hope you're around that long.
I will be here. I hopefully, Lord willing, I hope I am. If the Lord works it out that way, that I hope I am. So.
Well, we appreciate you, man. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. Now, Coach, tell us what your name is.
Bill Ballard,
And Bill, where are you from?
from Tucker, Georgia.
Now, did you coach when Thomas Brown was there?
I did. Yeah, Thomas is actually, right now, he's the assistant head coach for the Rams.
Yeah.
And the McVeigh kid, who was the quarterback at Marist, we used to play them big rival game, you know, and they played against each other in high school. So that's a pretty neat situation. They just won a national champion or world championship, basically. So
Yeah.
I think,
So
pretty
where all have you been?
I was a head coach for 15 years. I was at Tucker, Peachtree Ridge, and White County. Those were the 3 stops I had.
So I'm going to just assume that Tucker and Peachtree Ridge might have had a better stock of athletes in White County.
No doubt. I mean, it's just a different situation. You know, Peachtree Ridge at the time, we were the top classification in the state. We had guys that are still playing now, like Bradley Roby and Kevin Minner. Kevin Minner won a ring not this past, but the year before, and you know, Bradley's with the Saints right now. I mean, so there's several of them still playing, and you know, that thing.
Well, do you have any kids in the?
We're
playing?
all our kids are out. We're empty nesters. My wife and I retired last year and came up here, and crazy thing happened this past week. We had seen the lights. We're living up on Long Mountain, and so saw the lights, wanted to come down and watch the game, and I wanted to see Keegan play because I had actually been coaching at West Forsyth when Keegan was there. And
Did you coach Oscar too?
I did. We dealt with. He played corner for me some. I mean, I was the defensive coordinator there.
Okay.
And but anyway, we came to the game, and
So you got to meet his mom, huh?
well, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
She's a handful.
She cheers vigorously. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. She does a good job and supports her kids. But we were at the game the other night, and you know, I was not coaching at that time, and I saw Coach Bobo in the end zone, and he and I are good friends. Fished a lot together, and over time. And so I saw him in the end zone, went down there at halftime to talk to Coach Bobo. And Coach Davis come out of the locker room, and he saw me, and he took a double take. He said, "Coach Ballard," and he said, well, I need some coaches right now. I'm missing one, so you want to coach? And I said, well, sure, I'd like to. And so we've tried to run everything through this week. All the administrators have been really, really helpful, getting me where I needed to be to get on the staff.
Well, we're glad to have you, and I hope you'll stay with us a while.
Well, I'm excited about it. Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Thanks
All
a
right,
lot.
thank you.
Coach, tell everybody your name.
Caleb Bagley.
And Caleb, where'd you come from?
I'm originally from Northwest Georgia. Been at several schools over there. Previously, I was at Dalton High School last year. Before
Okay.
that, I was at Rome High School.
Now, where did you go to high school?
I graduated from Murray County High School, which is in a small town of Chatsworth, right next to Dalton.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly where you're
Yep.
at. Right there, was that 41?
411.
411.
I went
411.
411. Yep.
Yeah. So what do you coach here?
I'm the offensive line coach.
All right.
Yep.
And is this your first year in Rabun
First
County?
year in Rabun County, yes, sir.
Now, have you got any kids in the system?
I've got 3 children. I've got a daughter that is in 5th grade. I've got a son who is in 2nd grade. I've got a 3-year-old that is at the CLC, downtown Clayton. And then my wife's actually a kindergarten teacher at the primary school.
Okay.
So we're all right here.
You going to stay long enough to get them through the football program?
I hope so. That's the plan.
All right.
That's the plan.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time and appreciate you looking after our kids.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Thank
a lot. So, Coach, tell everybody who you are.
I'm Greg Baloga.
And where are you from, Greg?
Well, I was born and raised in South Florida. I started my coaching career down there at a school called Hollywood Chaminade. We're very fortunate. We're a pretty good team down there, won a few state championships. Became a head coach down in the Florida area, South Florida area. Then I got, smart, made a family move and came up here to Georgia. And we've been up here about 19 years.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Up here?
Well, been in Dawsonville.
Okay.
And coached in Gwinnett County at Parkview. I was a defensive coordinator there for about 4 years. Then I was in North Fulton at Chattahoochee. I was defensive coordinator there. And then after my wife passed away, I started coaching at Dawsonville. And I was there for about 6 years. Had an older son who played there. He was a defensive end. And then I moved up here last year, bought a house. My middle son, Nick, is a linebacker in the program. And my youngest son is a freshman, Jacob. He's the center for the JV team.
What's your son's number?
Nick is number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched him.
Okay,
He
yeah.
was pretty good.
He's he's a little crazy. Yeah.
And-
he's
and-
a lot of fun, though.
And what is it you coach here?
I actually coach the H-backs and the tight ends. So
Okay.
in a spread offense, it's pretty easy. Not too difficult.
Well, you plan on staying here for a while?
Absolutely, yeah. I actually I'm invested in a local business here with a friend of mine, and bought a house, so we plan on retiring here.
Well, what's that business? Go ahead and plug it.
Yeah, Tiger Mountain Vineyards.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're very fortunate to have that, and between that and teaching here, I'm in my 28th year teaching, but I had a lot of private school years in there, so I've got about 10 more years to teach before I can retire. So plan on Rabun County and going nowhere else.
Well, we're proud to have you.
Thank you.
Like I say, I hope you stay a while.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm getting the wrap-up sign,
Okay.
so like I say, this is another episode of Halftime Heroes. This is, I guess, the cattle sale version. We're just running them through, but we had a huge turnover with coaches, and I thought everybody would like to meet everybody and find out a little about who's looking after the kids and making them do right.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
And we'll see you next week. Oh, yeah, we're brought to you by Stockton & Stockton, attorneys at law.